We've used audio. We've innovated in different ways. So probably one of the slightly more popular ways is 3D audio, and we've really tried to bring things like it might be a movie trailer to life by using 3D sound. So there's a lot of listenership with headphones on, so it works brilliantly. Well, Spotify for Brands is, first of all, we have an amazing website that we recently localized that really houses lots of information about how marketeers can work with Spotify. It has case studies, it explains our ad products, it has thought leadership and insights on there. So it's really the home of all information for a marketeer or an agency to understand how best to work with it. Spotify is, we're really aiming to be the world's #1 audio streaming platform, and we've historically, talked a lot about music, but the world's changing and people are listening to lots of different things now, spoken word and music, and but regardless of which one people are interested in, it's an opportunity for brands to start to take advantage of this shift away from everyone staring at screens to taking a little bit of a break, and whether it's listening to music, whether it's listening to podcasts or audiobooks or whatever it may be, and that's really an opportunity for audio, and I think we're sort of seeing a bit of an audio renaissance, and that renaissance is being driven by access, it's being driven by the content, and it's being driven by personalization, and those are the three areas that Spotify are really focused on. So from an access perspective, we have what we call a ubiquity strategy, which basically means if you want to listen to Spotify, we want to make sure you can listen to wherever it may be. And if you think about all of those different places, it can be in the car, it can be when you're playing on PlayStation, it can be connected speaker in the home, it can be connected TV, and many other places. So, our listeners can listen to Spotify across all of these different platforms. And then we work on the personalization of what they're listening to. So that's been at the heart of what Spotify have done now for many years, is personalization and discovery. And so if you're an advertiser now, we're trying to work with advertisers for them to take advantage and to associate with the right moments and mindsets and contexts that a listener may be in at any given time. And we feel generally that, video has been, although we carry video advertising as well, video has been the primary focus of almost everyone for many years now. And we just see a huge white space of opportunity for audio advertising, for brands to start thinking differently about all of these moments that there's no screen. There's no screen when you're working out, there's no screen when you're driving, there's no screen when you're cooking, there's no screen, if you're just sitting back and listening. So we want advertisers to think about how to take advantage of that. The reason we did that is because we've always considered ourselves part of culture, because people turn to music in every walk of life when they're reacting to events that are happening around them, whether they're personal or at a country or global level, and that all happens very much in real time. But what we started to think about was, especially around the Gen Z type audience, it's more complex than just an age or a demo, as in terms of how we think about it. So we did a big survey. We combined that with our first party data, and we combined it with interviews with key influencers. We did that also here. That report has really thrown up some interesting information for advertisers, because the way we see this Gen Z audience is they're forming around different interests and what's important to them, and it's less about their age or sex or where they live or whatever. It's more about things like we talk about Band of Others, which is, you know, where groups form around micro communities, and that's their interest. We talk about Polyfly, where this will come as no surprise at the moment. We're talking about politics is coming a lot more into music and what people are listening to. So, I mean, I think we're at the start for the MENA region for audio streaming. It started well. We're really pleased with how things are going, but we are very much at the start. And one of the reasons that, you know, we are investing in this region is because it is such a huge opportunity for us. I think there's something like 300 million people that, you know, is our opportunity.